Morning, my loves. Let's do that, 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 and that, and that, and that. Good. See, up to speed. Firstly, before we start, I'd like to apologise for yesterday afternoon. Apparently there's some, oh hello, that's my voice on the thing, get rid of that. Some work being done by PT and for the internet, and it was a disaster yesterday afternoon. So apologies about that, but thank you all very much for your understanding. I hope you're all well. We are Argentine Tangoing today. Yes, lovely, jubbly, jubbly. Now I know there's been some. Let's have a look actually, because you've been writing comments, and Lee, you're up to speed in all this marvellous stuff. Well done, and you're absolutely right in everything that you say about how Argentine Tango started off years ago. Two fellas doing it together, and then later on the ladies got involved, and it was the sort of historical versions of these things is that it was sort of late at night, and it was bars and guys from the Pampas coming in and the thing, and then they were dancing and the girls turned their head away because they smelt a bit and all that sort. It's a general sort of thing, and it's essentially true. But with Argentine Tango, I suspect the same way as Viennese waltz, for example, regions of the country would have done it in different ways, and it would have been different sort of around the country, and then eventually it all sort of, as these things do, they all sort of, it becomes the sort of same. But I think in the beginnings it would have been different and had different sort of connotations. I mean, for example, the Viennese waltz, when it started off as a dance, it was again done by men. The step we do in the middle of the Viennese waltz, the fleckel here. Now, I was going to say rumour has, it's not really a rumour, sort of historical knowledge says that was a drinking game, the fleckel, on tables danced by men. So again, all these things, you'll get different explanations for the dances because you'll get different versions of it from different parts of each country. But Argentine Tango, I think traditionally, you're basically right, Lee, in everything you say about it. Let's have a look, here we go here. So, what we're going to do here is, how we do, good morning everyone, thank you very much, lovely. Just see if there's any quick questions before we start. Right. Oh, Julie, hello my darling. Yes, hopefully if it all goes ahead, Erin and I will be there next year. So we're going to do Argentine Tango. Right. Now, we did the ochos, go back. Is it the ocho? Is that the correct name for it? I get so confused. With this thing, with the ladies swiveling. I want to do a little decoration on the end of that, which would be, you call it a leg hook or a gancho in the correct parlance. So we'll just take it from the basic part of the ochos before, the swivels for the lady. So we'll start with the boys, just do the boys next to this, he's got much less to do. First we go side, close. Well, it couldn't be any easier than that, boys. Side, close, and then we're going to step to the side again. And then we draw feet together, we go back, draw feet together, we go back, draw feet together, we go back. So this is the rocking action from foot to foot where the lady is swiveling. Wow, hair's gone. Actually, it's going to be interesting with these videos, looking back on these videos in the future and going, wow, what were you thinking with the hair? So keep doing this, but the key to this is you must transfer weight, because every time you do a transference of weight, the lady swivels, and you have to commit the lady's weight, because you're leading, to her foot completely. She can't swivel between feet. Ladies, for you, you've got the hard bit, of course. You're going to go step, and you bring it up, but as you bring it up here, as you bring your feet together here, you just swivel. Now, we discussed this in the past, that the sort of Argentine Tango look is very much feet together pointing in the same direction. So when I bring the feet together, I swivel and my feet look like this. So I'm going to go and step, swivel, step with the left foot back. And as I go onto it, I swivel. You see how the feet gather and then swivel? Now the knees are slightly bent, I'm on the balls of my feet, and I'm going the other way. Sit, swivel. And I go step, swivel, step, swivel. And if you want to put a little hop in there because you're out of balance, be my guest. I do. And then I go backwards again here. And I stretch the foot back. And what we do with all this sort of stuff is always a sort of a stretching back of the foot and then a transference of weight. That's how you do that. So as I step backwards here, now this last one here is sort of overturned. So rather than swiveling back this way here, what I do as a leader, we call it leaders and followers in Argentine Tango. As the leader, I rather than swivel the follower back the other way, I like to call them partners really. So you're doing this and this, you can see the partner or the lady swiveling the other way, here and here. What I do on this last one is I overturn it to the left, boys. And ladies, as you stretch backwards here, you're overturned to the left. So this leg hooks this way here. So boys, as you do that last one here and you overturn the lady to the left, what you do here is you just bend this knee and your weight is, at this point, it is slightly between feet. In actual fact, you might even be favouring slightly your right foot, so you have to push the lady round like this here. And you just bend the knee slightly to receive the gancho. That's a lovely expression, isn't it? I'm going to receive a kick between my legs. I know. And here. And then I draw the lady back into here. So ladies, you go kick, step, close with a little swivel. So should we do that one again? It's a very delicate business, I can tell you. How, Anton, I have a question. How do I spin and spot at the same time? Victoria, I'm going to come to that in a minute because that's a different voice echo. Yes, you're quite right. That's a different sort of technique to what we're talking about. We'll come to that in a second. Let's do all that again. So we're going to start off just with the basic. You can start it off with the salida. We did the salida before. If you look back at that video, you can pick the salida up and then go into this from that. So we're going to take it from the end of that. We're going to go step, close, swivel, and step, close, swivel, and step, close, swivel. Now this is the last one here. And as I get overturned here, it feels I flick. And then I step forward and close. Comprendez-vous? Boys, you're going to do this. You're going to go step, close, side, side together, side together, side together. So you're turning the lady away from you. So she's going, it's like a backward swivel. Well, it is a backward swivel, not like one. It's actually a backward swivel. Backward swivel for the lady. Here like this, she's going this way here. But on this last one here, you just overturn her. I overturn her here, I transfer weight slightly, I allow the knee to be a little bit more bent to receive the gancho, and then I bring her back in front of me. And then I step forward on my right foot as the lady goes backwards on her left foot, right foot cross into the salida. This little step here. Not bad, not bad. Try it again, try it again. Big sound, echo. Oh, I don't know what that is, my love. Let's do that, let's do that, let's do that. Did tango originate in Argentina then? Well, the ballroom tango is much later than the Argentine tango. The Argentine tango, in Argentina they just call it tango, of course, is a sort of traditional dance of Argentina. We've embraced it as the Argentine tango. The ballroom tango came much later. In actual fact, when the ballroom tango started going into competition dancing, it started off in sort of the Latin section, really. So it was much more like the Argentine tango when it sort of started in the ballroom world, if you like. The Latin section of ballroom and Latin dancing has been going around for a long time. It started off as ballroom dancing and Latin came in a bit later. And then tango was introduced, and that sort of slotted into slightly the Latin side. And it wasn't until after the Second World War really that the tango sort of embedded itself in the ballroom side, and it became much more progressive than the Argentine tango. So it's a much later. One of the I'm lost too. Oh, what you lost, Cynthia? One of the great exponents of the early tango, ballroom tango, when it was a German couple. I can't remember the lady's name. Freddie Kempf, I remember his name was, and it was a great exponent and put a lot of the tricks into the tango, lots of the flicks and the kicks and stuff, really introducing that Argentine tango influence into the ballroom style of tango. So anyway, brief history of the ballroom tango. So let's try this again for the boys. So boys, you're going to go side together, and then you go side, rock the girl backwards, the girl goes backwards, the girl goes backwards, and on the last one you overturn, the lady flicks in front, and then you come back in front. Then I walk off on my right foot, my left foot together. Now ladies, a bit more complicated. So you go to the side, and as you gather, you swivel. So you go backwards now on your left foot. You feel like if you do this, you should go step together off on your right foot, but you don't. You've got a little foot change. So you swivel and then continue on with your left foot. So you go side, together, swivel there, and then you go back on your left foot. And you go to here, and then backward turn again, and then backward turn again. One more of those, backward turn again. And on the last one, I do backward turn, but because I'm overturned, I swing open here and I flick. And then as I flick, I step forward on my right foot, side, close. Make any sense? That's the leg hook or the gancho part on the end of that. Now it continues on into another bit. Comprendez-vous so far? Got lost in the swivels. Well, Deborah, now I got lots of time. I love the chat. I can't help it. Sorry. The swivel, it must be a backward swivel. So we might do in Latin dances certainly a swivel that steps forward and forward and forward. That forward swivel action. I'll do it this way here. This here. This is sort of a Latin type of swivel. The back swivel is a much more Argentine tango swivel because you're so close to each other here, even though you're leaning against each other. To swivel backwards, two things. One, you've got more space to do it, and two, it's sort of quite provocative as well. You're sort of swiveling backwards and the guy is sort of walking towards you as you do it. And it's really a real lovely moment between the two. So we go step, together, swivel back. And I swivel away and back on my right foot. I swivel backwards here and on my right foot, and I swivel backwards here to there, swivel to there. Last one here, I overturn and flick here into a hook. I can, of course, flick here, but that's a different step altogether. Flick here, this is the leg hook. I step forward and close. That ue is the gancho from the swivel section there. How are we doing here? A bit late, my manager wouldn't get off the phone. Lauren P, I can't believe the manager. What's the matter with the man? He thinks you've got time to work. Now from there we do this. We're going to go into the salida part. So girls, you go back on the left, back on the right, cross. And then you're going to take your right foot and step forward here. Like this. Now boys, you do this. You go. You go right foot, left foot, here. And as the lady unswivels and steps across, you put your foot there. And what you do is you hook the lady's back foot. So as I step forward as a lady here like this, the man's foot is hooked just in here, like this, in front of my left foot. So he just puts his right foot in front of my left foot here. And then he rotates you so you flick and step. And then you can swivel forwards on this occasion and then step, close. Does that make sense? That's a bit tricky to grab hold of without a partner. When we come officially out of lockdown, we're going to do some classes. I'm going to get some guest teachers in. And certainly I'll get Erin straight away, and then we can demonstrate some of these things with a partner. It will become a bit more clear. But try and learn the basic sort of step patterns first, and when you get hold of someone, you go, oh, I can do this, marvellous. So just in the Salida, so girls, you go back, back, cross, unswivel, step. Boys have blocked your path. He now turns you, you flick, you step, and then you step, close. Knee bad? Boys, you're going to go step. You're going to go step. I can remember if I was Arthur or Martha. And then you're going to step, and here. A little foot just there. There's no real weight transference. You're just plonking your foot there in front of her back foot so she can't move forwards. So what she does now is you twist here. You bend the knee to receive the gancho. She flicks in here. Boom, she goes. You're there. And then you swivel her back onto her foot and then move her back in front of you. So boys, your action goes like this. For the boys, it's all about the body action and the turns of the shoulders and the body and making sure that you don't get too much in the way. So if you put your foot down, sometimes you place your foot without any weight, and then you bend the knee, the leg comes in, and then you might transfer weight after just to move the lady off the foot. So I'll go 1, 2, and stop. And then I turn her back, she goes, Hoo-yah! And then I'll go a bit of that, like that, and then come back in front of me to there. So I'm always leading the lady's step. I'm leading her from foot to foot so she can do a swivel, whatever it is, or a flick, or any of that old malarkey, and then it's very, very together. That's exactly what you're asking for, really, is how together can we be in this dance. Vincent and Flavia, I think, just the most wonderful pair of Argentine Tango dancers I've ever seen, really. I've seen a lot of them, and I just think they're the most remarkable couple because they have that a wonderful ability to be doing something completely differently, but absolutely together, and still maintaining the moment. That moment, I like that. Looking but not really looking. Come on, you must be impressed by now. I'm marvellous at this. Oh no, not really. I'll try another step. And then giving it all that, and it's just the most wonderful thing. So let's do this one more time for the girls. So we go and step together, swivel back and swivel back and swivel back. I overturn that one there, and I flick and I step forward together here. And then from there I'm going to step backwards. 1, 2, cross. I under-swivel here, and as I step forward there, I get hooked, and I go, wah, and I go round there, and I go into there like that, boom. How's that? Not bad. Made it sound like some sort of Kung Fu Panda moment. Let's do that, let's do that, let's do that. Vincent and Flavia, absolutely. Julie, you're absolutely right. Maxine, yes, you're absolutely right as well. Men's a lot, Alan, you're absolutely, see, men's are a lot easier. Quarantine Tango. 11 weeks ago. Has it been that long, Gillian? Falling over when doing swivel. Barbs, get Roy to hold you up. He should be doing that. He should be sort of manipulating you with his body. Good luck with that. One more time for the fellas. Here we go. Step, close. Swivel, 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 overturn, gancho, bring her back in front. And then I'm going to go step, I'll kind of shuffle back a bit. Step, step. She goes, place the foot. Overturn her back the other way, gancho. swivel her over to there, and then bring her back to there. So you see, as I do that, really, the feet, not much going on, but the body, I'm doing all of this stuff here. This is the vitally important stuff. I've got to feel like I'm leading the lady, because you'll be in it. It's not like you don't have a pad handed to you, a notebook saying these are the steps we're going to do tonight, everybody. You go round and you say, would you like to dance, or you say thank you very much, and up you come and the music's playing, and you just sort of start a ya di da yum. So you've got to be able to indicate to the lady or the partner what it is you're going to do. She'll understand the language, your partner will understand the language, but they need to you need to tell them through your body, listen to my body, what comes next. And that's where the joy of all of this comes in. It's very intimate, it's just the two of you, nobody else is doing the same steps as you here, and you're just having a moment together. Here, lovely, 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 lovely. Well done all, tremendous work. Argentine Tango cracked. I think we learned quite a lot about Argentine Tango today. Very, very good. See you this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Fingers crossed. And again, apologies for yesterday afternoon. What can you do, eh? What can you do? Much love. Thank you. See you later.